Hello everyone, my name is Sharon Kane and I am in Group 1 and this is our video presentation. Our group is consist of Candice Brodux, Tiffany Atwell, Danielle Dalfrey, and of course myself, Sharon Kane. We're going to be having a little group discussion about advantages and disadvantages of online learning, online tutoring versus being in a classroom setting. Tiffany and Candace and Daniel is to my left, and they are with me in the discussion because we're in a lounge area where we're just relaxed and we're just kicking back and we're just talking. And my dear friend over on my right, Mildred, who you can't see because she is invisible and she's not really a part of our group, but we have asked her to join us today because we want her to share her experience about being in a classroom setting. So she's not going to actually talk to you because she's shy of the camera, and actually Tiffany, Candace, and Daniel are also shy of the camera. I know I let the secret out and I'm sorry. But anyway, they're kind of shy and they don't want to speak, so they're going to be invisible. Not really invisible, but they're going to be like on mute. I am the only one that will speak. Okay, I will be speaking on behalf of everybody. So the advantages of being an online student, to begin with, we can set our own schedule. We can go to class anytime we want, right, guys? We don't have to, say go to class at 8 o'clock in the morning. We don't have to get up, try to rush for class because we're late. We can be in the bed and be online. We can be in the bathroom and be online. We can be cooking and be online. That is such a good thing. The next thing, we don't have to get up and drive a car to go to school, to go to class. Be in a class, we can just get up out the bed, roll out the bed, and we're there. We can be in our nightgown, and we're there. We can also talk on the phone, and we're there. We're in class. Look at that. Just went off. Can't do that in classroom. Also, let's see if we can find any more reasons why it is just super good and super great to be an online student. We can access our assignments anywhere we want. Library, we can do it, if we're out having lunch, Denny's, we can do it at Starbucks, that type of thing. You get what I mean. You can do it on an Android phone, anywhere. All right, and so those are some of the advantages. We're trying to cut it so we're not going to be too lengthy. So those are some of the advantages of being online. Now, our dear friend Mildred has shared with us some of the advantages of being in a classroom. Okay, and her advantages are the learning in a classroom, she can be more interactive. It stimulates learning like that. And the ability to share information with her classmates and other peers because they're right there, the ability to see the teacher, talk to the teacher, question the teacher, point out, anything that she needs to point out. She can call him over and talk to him and he can show her. It's right there. Everything is right there. And one of the biggest thing for her is that she's a visual learner. And so it helps her when the teacher goes to the board and write on the board and she's able to, answer, look at that, what he's doing and have that visual, hey, that she's able to see, and she can take that away. And even she said when she goes home or if it's a test day and that all that will come back to her, all that material that he wrote will come back to her just because she's a visual learner. Okay, that's fine. And also, let's see, she said the classroom are usually is conducive to learning, because they'll have different, say an anatomy and physiology class. They'll have the anatomy and physiology, the pictures and the images there that, you could see in the classroom. Online you don't have that, she says. So, okay, so we'll give her that. Those are some good points, and we don't say, it's not. But I think online is more personal. You can make it more personal, and you can do anything you want, really, actually, as long as you get the assignment done. One of the disadvantages, we're going to come up with about three for each area. Disadvantage, just so we're not lengthening this video. So one of the disadvantages of being online is, as our dear friend Mildred point out, we don't have that face-to-face interaction with our teacher, that one-on-one learning time with our teacher. And that does help. And I understand, that is a big pointer, but it's still a pointer for us being an online student to have our own peace and quiet and not too much talking and all that stuff. And also, one of the disadvantages also of being online is, no physical communication. All we do is do email. When you communicate with teachers, is email, and you don't get the response sometimes at a time when you really need it. So, and especially when you send a message to the Moodle, the Moodles and the portal there, when they ask for the ask question. I'm not sure why that's there, because you can ask the question and ask more questions and wait and ask question, and you don't get a response. Sometimes, I'm just saying, okay? And also, one of the bigger things for me, I know I've expressed that, and I know some of my teammates here, Candace and Tiffany and Danielle, it's probably is also big for them. The feeling as if that we're really not, like you're not really learning so much anything. You're wondering if you're really learning, because you feel like you're just out there when you're online. You're like you don't, you're losing touch. It's just like you're going through the motion because you're online and you really don't have that one-on-one interaction. And so that can be a disadvantage that just kind of really takes away from you wanting to do any online learning at all. And you just notice you're just doing the assignment because it's there to be done and you have a deadline, so you just have to do it however you need to get it done all right? And also, with that being said, you also have disadvantages for in class. And so we have asked Mildred to share with us what does she think some of the disadvantages are. And she said the chattering in the classroom, it can be very disruptive, all right? And information that gathers from classmates can be very flawed, so it's like, the wrong information anyway, because sometimes they don't know themselves, And also, another one for her, she said that some of the teachers, not all teachers are able to conduct hands-on activity or have the tools to do so. And some of the classroom settings are not in an intimate setting for her, and it's, to a point where, it can help her to learn and stimulate and activate learning. It's like, it's just boring and dry, and it's just like somebody just there pouring out information, a ton of information without really anything to it, especially if the teacher is just not, not creative, okay? So those are some of the things that she says. Okay, so I've also, with all this being said about the disadvantages and the advantages of being online, our team wanted to see if we could come up with some ways that we could make online learning just a little bit better, just so that, it can help us and other students just, want to do more online studies, because, the technology today, that's the way of the world we see. And so therefore, if we can do anything to do to better it, then any suggestion, that's what we would want to do. So we're going to share just one or two suggestions. What about like a mandatory meeting with our teacher and professor? That would work. That would be nice if we could have mandatory face-to-face, like, in one of the modules or so, or two of the modules, you'll have, okay, so on this day, at this time, there's going to be a meeting between, and if you have any questions, anything you want to talk to your teacher about, that's the time to do it. I mean, I'm just saying that we could do that. And also to decrease the amount of forum work and focus more on individual grades. That probably would really help, because it's a lot of work in the modules. I mean, there's so much to cover in the modules, and it's just can be so overwhelming. Okay, so maybe they can decrease it or make the deadline a lengthy, something. And also when they post the materials, they probably need more time, like a longer time to get the work done, versus giving us a week or two to get it done or so. And so those are some of the ways, disadvantages and advantages of online learning versus being in a classroom setting. So one of the biggest things that I like personally about being an online student is I can eat anytime I want to. I'm gonna be online, I can be working on my laptop, and I can be eating at the same time. Not only that, I can be on my phone. I can be talking, and I can be doing my computer work. Yep. At the same time. So that's what I like about being online. One of the things that I like about being online. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video presentation, and thank you very much for watching. Bye. Cut.